Oh, y'all couldn't hear me. Y'all couldn't hear me the whole time. My fault. Like I said, it's your boy JC, and we are back here, back with another one, another live stream. And listen, bro, like I said, we here every day, 6 p.m. going live, bro, and we talking about the preseason, bro, because I'm excited for the preseason. I know a lot of people not talking about basketball right now, but if you're a basketball fan, like I'm a basketball fan, you just try to get ready for the season. You try to see what's going on. And we talking about the Eastern Conference today. But before we get into the Eastern Conference, there was a preseason game that happened today. It was your boys. It's our hometown, our home city, Philadelphia. They came through. They played the game. Sadly, they did not get the dub. It was 84-99, if I'm not mistaken. 84-99. New York Knicks. They came in. They did their thing. Obviously, preseason game, first preseason game of the year. So it's not a lot to talk about, not a lot to see, right? But they got a new coach. So when you got a new coach, you get to see in preseason how people offense is going to run and how their defense is going to run, how they going to look on the court, rotations maybe a little bit like that. And I know Mike Brown was saying he didn't know who the fifth starter was going to be yet, so he's going to use preseason to see who he thinks is going to be the fifth starter. But at the same time, what I like to say, what I've seen from their offense, that is a lot faster, is a high, fast-paced offense that they got going on. Something similar to what Mike Brown had when he was over there with the Kings. So it was actually kind of cool to see the offense go in there and how high-paced it was, especially the second unit when we was in like the third quarter, fourth quarter. Michael Brogdon, I'm saying his name right. He was in there. He was doing this thing, running the second unit. Bro, they a little scary, bro. I'm telling you, the bench that they got over there is pretty solid with Michael Brogdon, with Jordan Clarkson, and who knows, Mitch Robinson may be starting, maybe coming off the bench. But if he coming off the bench, that's solid bench players you got right there. You got three solid bench players along with everybody else you got going on over there. So that was cool to see. As far as the Sixers, it was good, high-paced moment. Maxey looked good out there. He looked healthy. He looked in shape. VJ Edgecombe, he looked healthy. He looked in shape. So that was good to see on that side. And it wasn't really, like I said, it's preseason. It wasn't really much to see. It wasn't really much to talk about. So that was just a cool little game to see right there. Preseason. We here, we back. We really going on. Excuse me. Well, since we talking about preseason, since we talking about what's going on in the Eastern Conference, this was the Eastern Conference game. And I already told y'all about who I felt like where the Knicks was going to be last year. But just to recap, not last year, this year. But just to recap, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers as number 1. I got the New York Knicks as number 2. And number 3, I got coming in is the Atlanta Hawks, bro. The Atlanta Hawks went out and had maybe arguably the best offseason out of all the NBA teams this year. So let's see what they went out. They went out and get KP, Porzingis, you know the man. They also got Nickeil Alexander-Walker from Minnesota. That was SGA's cousin. Feel what I'm saying? They got him. Luke Kennard. He is a shooter. He can really put the ball in the basket. Those are the 3 main guys that they got over there. And I think they got no, they got rid of him. So those are 3 main guys that they got right there. Those 3 additions right there. With Porzingis, you got a stretch big and somebody that can hit the 3. And you also got a rim protector that can help Risha down there and play into the paint. So we got KP. That was the biggest pickup right there. Maybe in the offseason, somebody to really add. You know, Boston couldn't afford to keep all the people that they had over there. It was getting expensive to keep that championship roster that they had over there. They had to let some pieces go. KP wasn't a big part of the Celtics. He was a part, but he wasn't a big part of the Celtics. I thought he was going to do a little bit more over there, but he did enough. Listen, he did his job. He did what he had to do. He did his job. He did everything he needed to do. He got himself a ring. So he did his job. But I thought he was going to be a bigger part of the Celtics. Didn't really get to show that a lot. So let's see what happens when you get over here with the Hawks. He also was going through illnesses and injuries of that nature. So let's see what happens when you get over here in the Hawks. You got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's a defensive guy, a lockdown guy. He can hit the 3 a little bit, just a little bit. He can hit the 3 a little bit. He will knock down an open 3. He's not a slouch from out there. He can hit the 3. And it's going to add more shooting. It's going to add more defense. Then you got Luke Kennard, who's also another shooter. So I hope y'all are picking up on what the Hawks are putting down right now. We're going to surround Trae with a bunch of shooters. We're going to let him do his thing. And when the defense closes in or they're a little bit too focused on Trae Young, he can kick it out to some of these shooters. he also got a pick and pop big in Porzingis. That's something I don't think he ever had. He just had people that he can throw lobs to. But a pick and pop threat with Porzingis, that's different. That unlock a whole new thing that they got on there. They can legit play 5 out. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not something that they had around Trae Young a lot. You didn't have that many shooters around him. They also got defense around him, so we can hide on defense. We got a couple defenders on here and Dyson Daniels and Nickeil Alexander that we can hide him a little bit better than we was hiding him in previous seasons. So that's a good thing because you got Trae Young, and I really hate when certain people talk about players and their defense when it's just not a strength in their game, and it's never going to be a strength in their game. So there's no reason to even bring that up. So that's something that I feel like people style Trae Young. And he's just shorter than everybody. He's just a smaller guy. So he's not going to be able to really lock down on defense. But he tries. He's not a slouch. He tries. Just like Jalen Brunson tried. But he's not going to lock down nobody on defense because he's just a smaller guy than everybody else out there. Just like Allen Iverson didn't lock down everybody because he was just a smaller guy out there. But he got a lot of steals. He tried. He got a lot of steals. He did what you could do. You know what I'm saying? Trae Young is the same situation. So now that we got more defenders around him. We already had some defenders around him. And there's one of the best defenses last year with Dyson Daniels doing what he was doing for the simple fact that people was calling for a defensive player of the year for my guy. He's doing what he was doing, and now you add in Nickeil Alexander, and then you add in a rim protector and Porzingis, bro. It could be really good. Terrence Mann left, George Niang left, a couple picks gave up for the Porzingis trade, so that's what they end up losing. But the cap is pretty cool. They right underneath the first apron, and Trae, Jalen Johnson, Akunagwe. Big O. You feel what I'm saying? Porzingis. That's looking like the starting lineup. We don't really know what the starting lineup is going to be. I don't want to do too many guesses because we don't know yet. We still early in what's going on here. We don't really know yet. So I like to keep that a little open. But we just free balling, just spitting out there, see who's going to be who, what's going to be what. Bro, they got great spacing, great perimeter shooting, bro, and they got solid defense. So for me, bro, with the Eastern Conference looking as weak as it looked, it's only 2 other teams. It's like when we get to the 3rd seed and under, to me, it's fluid. It's not solid. It's not like these teams that I got them at right now. I can see them going higher. I can see them going lower. You know what I'm saying? Because the Eastern Conference is really just like that. It's really wide open right now. So I think because it's wide open right now, they got a chance to actually be a 3rd seed. The only X factor and wild card that I can think of will be the health. Obviously, be the health because Porzingis didn't play a lot in Boston, and that's the reason why they felt comfortable just giving him up and having to get rid of him. Out of all the people that they had on the roster, they wanted to give him up because he didn't play the most over there on the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? So with the health, the sicknesses, and the injuries, I hope all that is subsided, and I hope he's able to come through and play at least 60 games. That's the best case scenario for my man KP if he comes and he plays 60 games. Once upon a time, man, I thought he was going to be really like a new Dirt, bro. I ain't even going to lie. He good, but I thought he was going to be a good new Dirt. Didn't end up being that way. But another thing is also going to be the chemistry. It's a brand new team, new pieces. This is pretty much like a new revamped team. So new pieces and stuff like that. And when it comes to teams like that, it take them a little bit to gel. It take them a little bit to get the chemistry. But like I said, the Eastern Conference is wide open, bro. They got some time to fumble around in the first month or 2 of the season and then pick it right back up. I heard some ESPN analysts analyzing this team, and they were saying, "Oh, I don't really." They got 5th, like 4th, 5th, somewhere around there. My whole thing is, I think y'all underselling Trae Young. With a team like this, I feel like Trae Young is going to be re-energized. Not only is he going to be re-energized, but also you got Pete. Before this revamp of the Hawks, there was talks about trading Trae Young. It was talks about Trae Young wasn't happy. He didn't like the coaching. They fired that one coach. They got a new coach. They changed coaches for him. All types of drama going on. All types of rumors. We didn't know what was going on in Atlanta. Though they did not give him a new contract, there isn't an extension going on in the contract or whatever. The fact that they revamped the roster for him and it's obviously in his favor. Obviously, they building around him and trying to give him an actual chance to win a ring. They in a win now situation. And listen, bro, This is got the best team that they put around Trae Young since his tenure as a Hawk, bro. So listen, go Hawks. Trae Young, bro. Listen, this might be that year where y'all actually be an actual playoff team and not a play-in team. They've been a play-in team for a while. Play-in, missed the playoffs. They've been around there. We're not doing that. This y'all Pistons. This is like how y'all gonna be, how Detroit was last year. This y'all Pistons year. Y'all gonna come out. Everybody gonna be like, whoa, I didn't know they was gonna be on fire like that. Ice Trae. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's gonna be, listen, bro. 52 wins, something like that, bro. Listen, 52 wins. People gonna be like, oh, they around. And then maybe Trae get extended. Maybe we can get some more people to come over to Atlanta to play with my man Trae. Let's see what's going on. All right, the second team that I want to dive into today will be the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks. I got them at number 4. So we got Cavs, we got New York Knicks, we got the Atlanta Hawks, and now we got the Milwaukee Bucks at number 4. This is a transitional period for the Bucks right now. They're coming out of the Dame and Giannis era, and they're trying to rebuild, rebrand around Giannis right now and save what's going on. Yeah, same thing that was going on with Trae. It's the same thing that's going on with Giannis right now. Giannis was talking about leaving. Giannis was very upset. Giannis was talking about, I'm tired of getting bounced playoffs early, bro. These are some early exits. You feel what I'm saying? Now, all of it wasn't due to how bad the team was or like how the team was just playing bad. A lot of it was due to injuries. Also, Indiana be kicking y'all ass. I'm not gonna lie. Tyrese Halliburton and those guys, bro, they be kicking y'all ass. I'm not even gonna lie. They be cooking y'all. But a lot of it, again, got to do with some health. But since we are in a transitional period, but they still got Giannis. You feel what I'm saying? They still got Bobby, and they still got Doc Rivers. They still got a couple pieces over there. They got Kuz over there. You feel what I'm saying? But they do got Kuz over there. He hit or miss. Maybe Kuz do something this year. But they in a transitional period, but they also in a win now type situation right now because they don't want to lose Giannis. And Giannis is trying to win right now. And listen, little do y'all know, bro, Giannis is closer to the career than the beginning of his career, or even than the middle of his career. You feel what I'm saying? He on the sunset end of his career. So he trying to get a W. Who they brought in? They brought in Myles Turner on a 4-year deal, bro. So he here. You feel what I'm saying? They waived Dame. You feel what I'm saying? They brought back Gary Trent Jr. Solid. You feel what I'm saying? And we just got to see what's going on with the team right here. We don't really know who's going to be the point guard. You feel what I'm saying? But we know we're going to have point Giannis. That's something that we ultimately going to have. And they surrounded him with some decent shooting. You feel me? Still got Taurean Prince. Darvin Ham's favorite player. Darvin Ham's favorite player. You still got him on the team. And that's pretty much what we're going for. We're going for wing defenders and we're going for shooters around Giannis. And we're going to point Giannis. And I like point Giannis last year. So I like what Giannis was doing at the point forward, point center, whatever you want to call Giannis. You feel me? Point Giannis. Like I just call him point Giannis, whatever position he playing. I like Giannis going point. I like Giannis at the head of the helm of the offense. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just going to take these guys that's around him, Gary Trent Jr., Andre Jackson Jr. was hitting it a little bit. AJ Green, they love AJ Green. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to take some of these guys to actually hit their shots. We're not playing around with the pick and ring no more with Dame and nothing like that. It's just catch it, go. That's what Giannis doing. Giannis coming down the court, making moves. If he getting trapped, he gonna make a play. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they was doing. That's kind of how they really, won a ring. So I think it's gonna be cool. I like that Bobby Portis is gonna come back. Remember, they was missing Bobby Portis. He was out. He got suspended. Bobby Portis is like the mayor of Milwaukee. You feel what I'm saying? And listen, bro, I'm a big Bobby Portis fan, bro. Like I've been a big Bobby Portis fan ever since. It was the year that they won a ring. I think Giannis went down for a little bit. And Bobby Portis, this is regular season. It was kind of early in the regular too. This may have been like January. You feel what I'm saying? This may have been January, end of December, January, something like that. And Giannis was hurt, and Bobby Portis was really stepping up, getting buckets and winning the games, and he was fired up, and I could see the crowd really gravitating to Bobby Portis, bro. And I'm just like, yo, who is this guy, bro? I really bang with Cuz, bro. Like he really the heart of the team. Like he reminded me of how Kendrick Perkins was for the Boston Celtics. You feel what I'm saying? Like he really the heart of the team. He really like the energy of the team. So like They got Bobby Portis back. They needed Bobby Portis. You needed somebody like that. He also is that guy. He like the glue guy. Everything that you need done on the court, like maybe you need a little bit of buckets. He's gonna give you a little bit of buckets. Maybe you need somebody to go in there and sure the offense run a little bit. You feel me? Pass the ball, make sure the rock move around a little bit. Bobby Portis can do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a couple. You need some defense. Bobby Portis can give you defense. You need energy. Bobby gonna give you energy, bro. When Pat Bev was over there, him and Pat Bev, bro, that was a demon combination right there. I am not gonna lie. That was like when they was together, bro, the energy they brought together, bro. Electric, bro. It was really electric, man. Departures, obviously, we lost Dame Lillard. You feel what I'm saying? Brooke Lopez is going, but we replaced him with Myles Turner. Look, he is a 3-and-D guy as well. Myles Turner, listen, he was trying to get paid from the Pacers, and Pacers said, get out of here, bro. We punting this season, so we ain't really got time to be paying people. We don't even know what's going on next year, so we ain't really got it for you, bro. So he slid and he said, you know, which is crazy because he was the longest tenured Indiana Pacer of the whole roster. So I'm saying he been there for all the losing times, all the bad times. He just want to get paid like a regular, decent player, like a regular in the NBA. And my man couldn't even get that. But he said, I'm gonna go ahead and go over there to the rivals. He went to the rivals, and this is gonna be great for Giannis, bro, because one, Giannis is gonna have some help. Now, there's going to be one thing about this, though, the fact that he gets some help. There's going to be one thing about that. He's going to get some help, but at the same time, he's going to be targeted because nobody trying to go over there where Giannis is at. You got two sides of the court. You got Giannis on one side. You got Myles Turner on the other side. Everybody's going to the Myles Turner side. We not really messing with Giannis. You feel what I'm saying? So he really going to have an opportunity to block more shots and to play better defense. He may be able to show his defensive capabilities a lot more on the Bucks, and he may be able to have talks of being up there in all defensive teams somewhere around there. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like this is one of those years where he has an opportunity to do it. I don't know if he does it, but he has an opportunity to do it. And everything that he did in Indiana says that he can do it. You feel what I'm saying? He also gonna have help with Giannis. Giannis is gonna be over there, and you feel me? He is gonna be over there. So it's not like you out there by yourself. But people are gonna pick on his side, so we're gonna watch out for that. We're gonna watch out for that. We're going to watch out for the fact that they're going to bring him up and put him in pick and roll situations because we're not messing with Giannis. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people not really trying to mess with Giannis, so they're going to be messing with him. You know what I'm saying? So, he's going to get picked on. We're going to see what's going on with that. That's that. And I feel like, projection-wise, I feel like they could really go ahead and have that third spot. Like I said, 3 all the way down is not solid. It's real fluid for me. So, they could better than the Hawks. I just don't think they'll be better than the Hawks, but they could be better than the Hawks. It all depends on Giannis, bro. If Giannis go out there and do what he did last year, bro, like I don't see why they can't be up there. He just stay healthy and do what he did last year, bro. And a weaker Eastern Conference. Come on, bro. He might get MVP this year because he got the opportunity to do so much more. It's something like Jokic. Jokic lost a lot of pieces. The Nuggets lost a lot of pieces last season and the season before that. So he had the opportunity to do a lot more and showcase a lot more. You feel me? So Giannis is in a similar situation. He could showcase a lot more and show y'all, listen, I'm the real MVP out here. You feel me? I am the real MVP. As far as weaknesses, like I said, it's just gonna be the chemistry. I'll see if Turner can fit with Giannis and the rest of the squad. You feel what I'm saying? Also, point guard play, as far as like traditional point guard, like we're gonna get a ball to Giannis, but as far as like, can you be a playmaker as well? You feel me? We're gonna need some of those guys to step up and do that on the other side. And just, consistency. So best case scenario, everybody fit and they remain in that third spot up there, and they prime for another playoff run. And anything can happen. Once it's go to playoffs, bro, anything can happen right there, bro. Anything can happen. Other than that, that is all I got for you guys. Don't worry, bro. Tomorrow we get to see the Lakers. We get to see Luka. I'm excited to see my boy Skinny Luka in action. I hope he don't play a lot. I feel like they was playing too much. Like I was watching the New York Knicks game and the Philadelphia game, and the Knicks starters were still playing. Like they played the whole first quarter, and I was just like, this is kind of ironic. It's preseason, and people still can't get a break. They still can't get a break out here, but listen, they got a new coach. They won't get ran to the ground. But tomorrow we get to see the Suns versus Luka. It would have been fun because it would have been fun if this was like a competitive team. The Suns was a competitive team, but the Suns is blown up right now. We don't know what the hell the Suns is doing over there. It's the sunset over there, if you ask me. I don't know what's going on with the Suns. But the Luka Devin Booker rivalry, that was an entertaining rivalry while it lasted. You feel me? And since Luka traded teams and KD left the Suns ain't really in, you know what I mean? Nobody really worried about the Suns. Devin Booker, you feel me? He just over there. He's just gonna be the best son of all time. Right? That's what he probably gonna go for. Other than that, bro, I will be here tomorrow for our last live stream of the week. Catch me at 6 p.m. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms. Follow us at Any Hoop Podcast 215. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, let me take this down. Yeah, that right there. You see me? That right there. Bam. That right there. Don't forget to follow us. You know, right there. That's the handle right there. And we here every day at 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your night and watch basketball.